Okay, first I'd like to apologize for having to be outside. However, I'm in an unusual circumstance this week, so I'm going to try my best to make this make sense. Um, so I just want to take a moment to talk about physical fitness. Some of the things that I saw my mom do. I grew up in a single parent home. However, I often see my mom, like as I was growing up, we used to go and do walks. I grew up in a very rural area on a dirt road. So there was no gyms, not even a grocery store. It took me an hour bus ride to get to school. So there was nothing really around me that promoted physical fitness other than, you know, just seeing TV. But there was no gyms or anything like that. So we had dirt road, so it was pretty safe to go walking. So at least 2 or 3 times a week, my mom and I, we would walk the hills and walk the dirt road. We used to walk to this particular bridge. It was about a mile away, and so that would be something that we would do together. My mom, my cousins, my aunts. Even though like it was a very small place, it was just a family, pretty much a family plantation. It was 100 acres of land, so we would all gather and just walk the dirt road and walk to the bridge and walk back. Something that I really enjoyed doing during those walks, we used to skip and race on the walk, so it made it a little bit more challenging and also a little bit more entertaining. So I really enjoyed it. Like we used to get the folks, the older people out and say, hey y'all, let's go walking, just so we can skip down the road and just have that bonding time. Once we got to the bridge, my mom, our parents would allow us to go tadpole fishing. So we'd go down to the creek and we would fish. We would go get tadpoles. So that also made it exciting because I don't know if you ever fish for tadpoles. However, it is a bit challenging when you have to climb down to the bank of the creek and then get down there and try to grab tadpoles. So that kept us pretty active, as well as growing up in the country. Like I said, the entertainment that we had was walking through the woods, climbing trees. So I always often tell my friends, they're like, why are you so strong or whatever. It's because I used to climb trees and wrestle bears. I tell people that all the time. Although I didn't really wrestle bears, however, I did climb trees, and I mean, I ran from wild hogs, bobcats, whatever it was, you name it. The wildlife there was pretty intense. It's probably like this, my surroundings out here seem a little bit more like country, but it's more country than you could even imagine. So it made things limited. Another thing, as I got older, as mentioned in the chapter, it says, you build those habits in your late teens or, early 20s. As I got older, and in my 20s and in my college, I did focus a lot on being physically fit. I used to work out, 5 times a week. Sometimes I would go to the gym twice a day. It was addictive. However, in 2011, where I was going to school in Tuscaloosa, it got hit by a tornado, so my gym got destroyed and it wiped everything out. So I ended up moving to Texas, unexpected. So I didn't really know the community. I don't have family here, so I kind of just lost that motivation to get out and go to the gym because I'm a very shy person. So I didn't really, get out. I didn't have anybody to go with. I always wanted to go to the gym with someone and be active with someone. So I kind of feel like now the motivation that I'm missing is just having a partner to work out with. Throughout like high school, some of the things that I used to do, I used to play volleyball, so I played sports. Obviously, that kept me pretty, healthy and busy and physically fit. So, I mean, some of my hobbies now, I do a lot of crafting. I work a lot, so I'm on my feet 10 to 12 hours a day. So usually when I get off work, like I am physically worn out. So I use that like as an excuse really to not go to the gym, because sometimes, I get up just in time to make it to work. Because, I mean, if you work a 10, 12-hour shift and try to be a full-time college student, it wears you out. So I get in, I go to sleep, and I mean, I'm pretty much worn out or whatever. And then by the time that I wake up, it's grind time. It's time to get back to work. And then I work another 10-hour shift, and then I go home and go to sleep. So I don't really spend a lot of time, getting that exercise in. However, I feel like I know I need to make a change reading this chapter and just seeing how much exercising and physical fitness, can impact one's life, lower the chances of heart disease. Being that I lost my mother from heart disease. She had a massive heart attack, and she was overweight. I know I'm overweight according to, statistics, but, just being overweight, and I know that I have that high risk of, dying from heart disease. So I really do have to go ahead and motivate myself to exercise and get physically fit. It is not a game. Anyway, thank y'all. I hope I covered everything. I look forward to hearing from you all. Have a good night.